Now let's talk about presenting your Google slide deck. So you have your slide deck completed and you want to present it to an audience, whether it be at a conference or presentation that you're giving, or it be to your students in your classroom. So there's some features that I want to make you aware of. So first of all, if I want to present my presentation, I can just go up here and I can click on slideshow. It's going to start slideshow and it's going to make the presentation full screen. If I hover down here in the lower left corner, I can see some options. First of all, it's going to tell me what slide I'm on, and then I can use the arrows to go back and forth between those slides. Then I have three little dots that we know in Google gives us more options. So a couple of things. We can open speaker notes from here. So speaker notes are going to be something that, especially if you were presenting on one screen and then you had another screen up that you could look at, you could see how long your presentation has been going, because it's going to keep track of the timer, especially if you're on a time schedule or only have a certain amount of time to present. It's going to show you what slide you are currently on, what slide is next. And then if you have speaker notes, if you've typed things in that you want to remember to be able to say, then when you get to those slides that are the speaker notes, if you have something up typed here, it's going to show up here. So I can see the speaker notes that I typed in, and I can read from those if I need to. Also, in this view, you have something called audience tools, where you could actually allow people to ask questions during your presentation. And so you could hit start a new one. And what you will notice is when you do this, it gives them a link. And in fact, it puts that link up here at the top of the presentation that you are displaying on the screen so that they can see that. And then you will see as they type in questions, they will appear here. You can see them, and then you can answer those questions as you are giving your presentation. So speaker notes is a great way for you to be able to kind of gauge where you are in your presentation, especially if you are doing questions and things like that. Some other options, there is a laser pointer that you can turn on, and so you can see where if you need that for your presentation, you would have a laser pointer. You can enter full screen and make it as big as the entire screen is if it's not already there. Obviously, you can exit that, exit the slideshow. You can also do autoplay. So I could have it where I can choose how long each slide is going to stay up on the screen, and then I could hit play. And after every 3 seconds, it's going to automatically change the slide for me as I am going through. You could also do this with autoplay where it plays on a loop. So if you had a slideshow of pictures and information that you wanted to continually play, you could choose for it to play on a loop, and it can play over and over and over so people could watch that as they want to. You have some caption options, and then you have some options to download the question and answers, to print, to do some other things with your presentation. Also, when presenting, you could go straight to the speaker notes by, instead of just presenting on or hitting slideshow, you could hit the little drop down arrow. You can get the presenter view this way. You could tell it to start from the beginning. You can also tell it to present on another screen, and then it will pull up any screens that might be available for it to present on. One of the last things you can do with presenting is if you are needing to meet with someone virtually through a Google Meet and present this, you could go to Google Meet, which we will talk about a little later, start a meeting and present this, or there's actually a button built in here now where it says join a call and share this tab. And so you can actually click on that, and then you can start a new meeting or use a meeting code, and it's automatically going to share your presentation to that meeting for you to be able to share it. So just some ways that you can share your presentation and some tools that will help you with that.